Hey everyone, Felipe here. Welcome to another Tower of Saviors card review video. In this video, I'll be taking a look at the new Kamen Rider Collection reward card, Kamen Rider ZO. This is a fire human card with the following leader skill. When the team has only humans and demons, team attack times 7, HP and recovery times 2. Additionally, humans have a -2 CD reduction after entering the stage, and demons will launch an extra attack as much as 50% of their own attack whenever they launch an attack. In my opinion, this team skill or this leader skill is pretty good. Times 7 is basically the standard nowadays. However, he doesn't have any additional attack multipliers on the leader skill, so we will have to look at the team skills for that. However, HP and recovery times 2 is going to be pretty useful. That is a pretty nice chunk of health and a pretty decent recovery, so that is going to be beneficial to increase your survivability. Additionally, skill CD -2 after entering the stage is huge. It will stack with dragon wares and dragon crafts. So if you add this leader skill with a Harp of Fantasia, that is a -3, and if you have Masked Rider in your team, that is a -4 CD reduction, which means that you will have your skills ready in no time. So now let's take a look at the team skill. Unfortunately, Mathead did not translate the team skill to the English GNN, so let me pull that up on screen right now, right here. The team skill are as follows: extend runestone movement time regardlessly by 5 seconds, and the first 6 runes touched while moving will be turned into fire runes. Additionally, the first leftmost Kamen Rider member other than your leader will have the attack reduced to 0, and you will add 5 times of the absorbed attack into Kamen Rider ZO's attack. Additionally, for every attribute of type dissolved in the first batch, Kamen Rider ZO launches an extra attack, and by dissolving 5 attributes, you can launch as most 5 attacks. Lastly, by dissolving a group of 9 runes in a square shape, team attack gets increased by ×3 additionally, and damage dealt will ignore Trio Elemental Shield, Quintet Elemental Shield, and Defense. And this condition is to have leader Kamen Rider ZO as your leader and ally. So from the top, extra movement time is always good. So 5 seconds is going to be very useful, especially it will allow you to arrange your runes such that you get that group of 9 runes in a square shape for his 6th team skill. Turning the first 6 runes touch while spinning into fire runes is going to be really nice. It will definitely help you reach the condition of the 9 or 3x3 square. You only need 3 runes on the board or 3 fire runes on the board in order to generate a square, because you will be generating 6 extra fire runes with this team skill. Additionally, 3 and 4 will increase ZO's attack by ×5 of whatever leftmost Kamen Rider you have on the team, which can be really useful. So definitely put a beaker card or a card that doesn't have a burst option on it. Definitely do not put 0-1 or Decade on them, because it won't be as beneficial. You might be able to put Saber or Den-O there, and they will be okay by having their attacks go to 0. Additionally, the 5th effect has a little bit of conflict with the other or ZO's playstyle. ZO's playstyle revolves around dissolving a lot of fire runes, group of 9 to be exact, but you want to also dissolve all 5 attributes in order to launch extra attacks. However, if you are converting away those attributes in order to generate your square, that means you will not be getting as many attacks as possible. So think of the 5th team skill as just a bonus, and don't center your playstyle around it, because it will be really hard to launch 5 extra attacks. So you definitely just want to focus on getting your square in order to get a ×3 attack multiplier. And then any additional attributive runes will just be a bonus. So the bread and butter of ZO will be his 6th team skill, which will be the square-shaped fire rune group, because they will give you an additional ×3 attack multiplier, which given that he doesn't have any other attack increase methods, it's going to be a staple for him to get this ×3 attack multiplier. If you don't hit this ×3 attack multiplier, your damage will suffer a lot. Additionally, other bonuses are that you can ignore Trio and Quintet Elemental Shield and also ignore Defense. But those are also just bonuses that revolve around his playstyle. So in terms of a leader, I do think Zio is useful and has the team skill complements his leader skill. However, there are enemies and stages that will hard counter this card. For example, any stage that prevents you from dissolving fire runes in the first batch renders ZO useless, because in order for you to dissolve a group of 9 runes in a square shape, the best way is to just have it in the first batch. But if you are blocked, generating a fire trail will basically kill you because you are getting rid of attacking runes, or you're just blocking your board. And if you have fire combo nullifying, you can stack, but stacking a 3x3 square shape is close to impossible, especially if you don't have a time tunnel. So in my opinion, as a leader, Zio is usable, playable, he has the damage, but there are enemies that will hard counter it and will make your life very hard for this. Keep in mind that this 3x3 runestone in a square shape does not have to be only 9 runes. If your square becomes a rectangle, like a 3x4, that's fine. It will still trigger the team skill. Or if you have like a single rune popping out of the square, that is also fine. It will still trigger the team skill. You only need to have a group of 3x3, and it doesn't matter what else is attached to it. But yeah, other than that, he is fun to play. I've tried him out in the challenge stage for X8 Muteki player. His damage does suffer a little bit unless you activate his active skills, and if you don't hit the square shape, his damage is really low for a leader. So in terms of a collection reward, I do think Ultimate Armor X was way better than ZO, but it is a collection reward. I'm a collector, so I will definitely be getting a copy of ZO because it is a collaboration card and he might not come back. That's it as a leader. I think he's good as a leader, but I don't think there are that many stages that he will be able to clear, especially if there are enemies that are fire combo nullifying, because those will just kill you instantly, in my opinion. So now let's take a look at his active skill, which in my opinion is a really good active skill. This is a CD6 active skill, and for 1 round, extend your runestone movement time to 20 seconds. You also get unlimited or time tunnel, basically. And you also acquire one of the following effects. If you choose Decade, you explode the column below the character and the column below the neighboring members to generate enchanted runes of that member's attribute. If you choose Kuga, the character's attack increases by 3 and damage will be dealt of initial shield. For Deno, the character launches 3 extra light attacks, and for X8, your combo count increases by 4. So in my opinion, this skill is really good because it has the flexibility of doing other things. Time Tunnel and increasing your movement time will be amazing. Time Tunnel is always amazing to have, always good to have. There is not a time where Time Tunnel is not useful. Unless you're speed running and you have to wait for your time to slowly go down. But other than that, it is always beneficial to have Time Tunnel. So CD6 Time Tunnel is going to be really good. But the third effect, I really like the flexibility on it, because that means you can use ZO for multiple applications and multiple enemy skills, or to counter multiple enemy skills. The Kate's effect is really good because you can generate attacking runes of whatever members you have. Especially if you're running ZO as a member, you will have 2 neighbors, which means that you will be able to benefit from 3 columns being exploded, which is half the board, and that's also pretty good. For Kuga, This character's damage increases by 3 times and dealt regardless of initial shield. Getting rid of initial shield is a really good utility method, so that is going to be good as well. I would prefer to have Thouser, because that one is a times 10 self-attack increase or an insane attack increase, but keep in mind that Thouser is a CD8. The biweekly card is CD8, but instead ZO is a CD6, which is going to be faster and easier to activate. Deno and Exade are just nice additions to the skill, especially if you're facing a high combo enemy. This +4 combo count can save your life. And then All's effect will allow you to kill enemies that have light shields or can only take damage from light attacks. However, keep in mind that these 3 extra light attacks are just 100%. There's no increase or decrease. So it might not necessarily kill those enemies in one shot unless you use another booster card to boost ZO's attack. But yeah, however, overall, I do think ZO's active skill is really good, and it will be really good as a member as well. Or I personally think as a member, ZO will be amazing, just because of the flexibility of his active skill, as well as the time tunnel effect that he comes with. As a leader, we'll have to see against harder stages. Right now, we've only used him in the challenge stage, so I can't say for sure, but I do have a feeling that he will struggle with harder stages. So as a leader, I think he's just okay, playable, good for returning stages, but might not be as good for nightmare stages or new stages coming out. However, his active skill on the other hand is amazing and definitely worth getting ZO in your team. However, if you don't have him, that is going to be okay, because all these effects right here can be replaced by other utility cards. And the reason I say that is because ZO requires you to have every single Kamen Rider card in the game. And if you don't have the diamonds, or if you didn't get lucky, you might not have all of the jackpot cards. So if you miss out on ZO, it's not a big deal. Unlike Mega Man, where if you missed out on Ultimate Armor X, that one hurt a lot. So this is not like the Rockman series, so if you missed out on ZO, I don't think it's going to be too bad. It is going to be beneficial, and it's going to make your life easier to have a CD6 time tunnel and a card that can be a lot of utility cards. But if you have other replacements, then I think you should be fine. But yeah, that's going to be all for this card. Please let me know in the comments if I said anything wrong or if I missed anything. And as always, stay tuned on my YouTube channel for more Tower of Saviors content. For now, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone!